My major was mechanical engineering. I decided to major in it. My story is kind of strange in a way. I think at the time, out of high school, all of high school I was set on becoming a doctor. But when I graduated, I had to talk to myself and be aware that I probably wasn't gonna get through all those years of school because I wasn't really passionate about it. I think I was chasing like the money. I was in a different headspace at the time. And then while I was trying to think of what to do, I was watching a lot of like, I don't know if you guys seen Black Mirror. It's a like a show on Netflix about like future technologies and what could be. And then I was also watching a lot of YouTube channels like Mark Rober. I just looked it up right now. He has like 60 million subscribers. I remember at the time he had less than a million. And he's an engineer. And then like watching Black Mirror and like just watching a lot of like stuff like I don't know why I was just getting recommended like a lot of engineering videos. And then I was like, oh, that sounds interesting. And I looked up what an engineer was, and then it just said they do a lot of math. So I was like, oh, I did well in math in high school. So I kind of just jumped into it, like without knowing what it fully was. But it turns out I really enjoyed it. So I wouldn't recommend going my route because I kind of just took a shot. Like I took a leap of faith, but it ended up working out really well. I ended up really enjoying it. I mean, currently, no. My major does not match my career, but that's what I'm working on at the moment. Right now, as far as like what I'm doing that's related to my major, is I run along with Mr. Casillas the robotics program at Equipo, and that's something I started last year, and we're continuing this year. Um, but yeah, as far as like substituting, it doesn't really translate to what I studied, but that's what I'm working on at the moment. I want to see where I go from here. So it hopefully matches, aligns more with what I study. For me, I didn't have a lot of like leeway in what classes I could take. They besides my like gen eds, most of them had to be engineering classes, so I didn't get to take like wacky, cool classes. But the one I enjoyed the most from engineering was definitely it's called dynamics, and it's kind of like physics, but it goes into like the study of like motion and like if you throw a ball, like how far will it travel depending on the speed or depending on the height that it's thrown. Like it just goes really into like the way the world works, and I think I enjoyed it because I don't know, it was just really cool to learn like just the science behind everything pretty much in life. It was a really interesting class. I think if I could go back in time, I would change majors. I think I would do engineering. I think I would just think about a different type of engineering, maybe like civil. I think because I also took a civil class when I was in school that I really enjoyed, and I think I think what they do for work, I like more than most of mechanical engineering jobs. So I think I would have liked to look in that route, but I would have chose engineering for sure. Maybe just a different type. I mean, as far from as my career right now, I don't know how it prepared me. I think, well, engineering, it's a cool major because I think with that major, I could do any career pretty much because I think it teaches you how to problem solve and how to think critically. So I think it helped me in that sense. Like it made me a better thinker, a better problem solver. So any challenge that comes up in my day to day, I think engineering has really helped me um, overcome those like problems and challenges. Yeah, I wish I would have learned more practical hands-on skills rather than just theory. Because I think my major was filled with a lot of theory rather than like actual industry hands-on work. So I think I would have liked if they would have put us in situations where we were able to like like shadow somebody or like work for a day like at a specific place, like kind of get that real world experience rather than just learn off a textbook. I think I would tell them to consider what they want to do after they graduate because I think studying engineering and working as an engineer is very different. And I think that's something that I'm kind of going through right now. So I think I would tell them really think about what is it that you want to work in and what is it that you want to do for work. And also I would tell them to consider doing stuff outside of classes, outside of school. So joining clubs, joining, I don't know, volunteering at different places, just to really get that, like I was mentioning in my last response, to get that real world experience. Because I don't think just being in classes and then just getting good grades it is enough. You really have to go above and beyond, and I don't know, learn more skills that they teach you besides like the ones that they teach you in class. Um, I wish I would have known how time consuming it is. I think honestly because I did well in high school, but not because I worked hard. I think it kind of came naturally to me. So I think I went in that mindset when I was going into college. So I think I wish I would have known how much time I had to devote, like develop better study skills so that I could have been better prepared for my classes.